Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys had an amazing day like always. Well, I know in my last video I was talking, the last part of the video. She does not like her little things on her hair. She does not like it. She's probably gonna take it off. But on the last clip of the video, last video that I put of the baby's appointment, I did mention about the problem that the doctor was telling me. She was looking at me. She said she looked at me like palish, like if something was wrong. I really thought something was wrong with me. And so she sent me to the back room, and because this appointment was not for me. It was for Rebecca, for the little baby, 4 days old. She's a little bit over a week old already. But it was for her follow-up, you know, after going home, you know, the follow-up appointment that they do for little babies when they go home. And so we went there. It was basically for the baby. And the doctor pretty much said, I want to look at you too. She wanted to run tests on me. Of course, there is not a lot they can do there because it's just a clinic. They literally just opened here in town. Well, they do have the original clinic, but this is another like location that they opened, so it's new, so they don't have a lot of, you know, testing and all that stuff yet. So but they did the blood pressure. They checked me on that. She wanted to do, I'm not sure what's it called, but it's basically when you're laying down and then they do the blood pressure, and you sit down for 5 minutes, blood pressure. You stand up, they check your blood pressure. So basically that was the whole deal that she could do at that moment. And then of course, she was checking, while she was checking the blood pressure, she was also monitoring my heart. So when that test was over, she came in and she told me, hey, well, your heart is a little bit going too fast, like the heart per minute is going a little bit too fast. I'm a little concerned because I don't want you to have preeclampsia after giving birth, which excuse me, which I never knew there was preeclampsia after giving birth. I never knew there was even the possibility chance of having preeclampsia after birth. I know you can have it when you're pregnant, but I never knew you could have it after you give birth, which it was a new thing that I found out. But no, it wasn't preeclampsia, what I had. She did recommend me to go to the ER. Sorry, I was checking on the baby. So she did recommend me to go to the ER after visiting the clinic, because she wanted to make sure everything was fine. So she called the ER and she told them my symptoms and all that stuff to, you know, to kind of like pre-check in. That day though, my husband was gonna have a job meeting, so I really couldn't. I had to pick up my son. Just a bunch of things going on. So that day I really couldn't do it to the ER. I really couldn't make it. But that night, I had a shooting pain in my left down my back, like very severe pain on my lower back, my left side. Kind of went through like right here, like the side, like right here. So it went through there, and then my lower back mostly. That's where it pretty much more hurt. So it basically stayed there until the morning. At 7 in the morning, I told my husband, hey, well, I'm gonna have to end up going to the ER right now because I really can't. This pain is so bad, I can't handle the pain. And he said, okay, let's go. So we went at 7 in the morning to the hospital that morning, the next morning. And then they came in, they checked me. At first they thought it was something with my kidneys, which ended up being something with my kidneys. They did a first they did an ultrasound on my kidneys. First they did an ultrasound on both of my kidneys. and then they couldn't really see good on the ultrasounds, so the doctor wanted me to do well, they took blood, they drew blood, and then they did a urine sample. They did urine test, blood test. They did basically those two things. And then they did a CT scan. They ended up wanting to do CT scan to see actually what is going on with my kidneys. Because accordingly to what the doctor told me, the CT scan will help see the organs, and if there's anything in the kidneys, that will make it that you can see it better, right? So about 20 minutes later passed. They gave me pain medication after the ultrasound. I requested pain medication because I couldn't no more deal with the pain. So they gave me medication, and then after all that, 20 minutes later, after the CT scan, 20 minutes later, the doctor came in and told me that I have a 7 to 9 millimeter kidney stone in my kidneys. So yeah, that's pretty much what ended up happening is that I had a stone in my kidneys. Now he said that it was just a little bit too big, because usually they want at least lower than 5 mm in order for it to pass on its own. It can certainly pass on its own. But it's going to be really complicated because they don't want it to get stuck when it comes out and stuff. So that's a problem that they had from the beginning. So basically right now I'm just in medication, antibiotics until it's not really for it to come out, because that's not where we're at. I really don't understand why they just don't bring it out. I don't understand that fact. But according to them, they just want to see monitoring it, and just basically see if there's anything that if it's like shrinking or if it's getting bigger. They just want to see that and make sure it's being something done. Of course, if by the time he said, if you having severe pain and you really can't do it, come back in and we'll certainly do something more about it. But right now they just gave me a bunch of pills for the pain and for the infection and all that stuff. Yeah, I've been having some lemon juice, apple cider vinegar. I heard it was good. I'm gonna try that too. I haven't tried apple cider vinegar, but I'm gonna try it. Right now I'm pretty much controlled, I can say. The medications have been working, but the stone is still there, and I still have pains here and there, but the medication is working with the pain, because I know the stone is still there. But the medication is obviously keeping me controlled and keeping me comfortable, So, yeah, so pretty much that's where we're at. I don't want to bore you guys too much, but I know some of you guys were asking me about my health and what happened after the appointment. So, I'll give you guys a little update of my health and what just happened. All that stuff. So, that's pretty much it for this video. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and like always, do what you do. Subscribe. Like always, God bless. Goodbye.